Well, that's all the ferrets, all fed and watered for another day. And in the breeding cages here, we've got a couple of vasectomized hobs what are taking their gills out of season that we don't want to breed from. We've got BB in his penthouse suite at the back, and he's recovering from a strenuous winter's work, and he's also been put to work in the spring because he sired 3 litters, 1 Ginger Ninja from Russ in Kent and 2 of the Tasmanian Devils that are bred from Bob Merrin's line in the northwest. And there's high hopes for these ferrets because it's a bit of a sad state of affairs that in the 21st century we're talking about ferrets not having the same prey drive that they did 5, 10, 15, 20 or even 30 or 40 years ago. The characters that used to breed these ferrets are becoming irreplaceable. Father Time has taken them, and the modern trends to get colours, sizes, exaggerated hair length is all putting a toxic gene into the breeding pool of our ferrets. And being a rabbiter, I'm like many others up and down the country, I'm only as good as the ferrets we work, so we've got to make sure we're breeding good ones. Once I was sure what ferret I wanted to breed from, and she was in season with that telltale swollen vulva, she went over to the penthouse suite for a night of caveman style passion with my hob BB, and then for the next 6 weeks until she gave birth, she put on an incredible amount of weight. Generally, ferrets make excellent mothers, instinctively preparing themselves, and the squeaks from her nest herald the arrival of the next generation of Pakefield ferrets. Ever protective, the Jill ferret provides warmth, security and plenty of nutritious milk to give the litter a great start in life. The kits grow very quickly, and there is nothing more comical than a hutch full of baby ferrets, mad as a box of frogs. The naivety, youthful exuberance and energy ensures they will spend large amounts of time mimicking their hunting skills on each other, and although it looks far worse than it is a vital part of their upbringing. Play fighting and using their teeth on each other is one thing, use them on my hands is a definite no-no. So when I start feeding rabbit, I tend to get in there and start my handling of the ferret so they can tell the difference between what my fingers are and what the rabbit is used for. One is there to be respective, the other is obviously to ingrain in their DNA exactly what they'll be looking for under the ground. Raising a litter of kits, physically and mentally, takes its toll on the ferret, and like any mother, deserves the rest it can get and get it when it can. Although they're still suckling milk at this stage, at around the 3rd week they start exploring and nibbling some rabbit meat, and before their eyes open they know what it is. At week 4, 4.5, their eyes are starting to open and they really know what they're doing, and they grow at an alarming rate. So at the 8th week they're weaned off mother and ready for either their new hutches at home or their new homes. Who knows what the future holds for these little ferrets, but I can guarantee one thing, they're going to get plenty of work. They're free from anything that I didn't want in their line, and hopefully you'll be reading about their antics in the coming winters and beyond shooting times. Happy hunting.